Guys, my name is Philippa and today I'm going to tell you guys the basics of Minecraft. But before we begin, I just want you to know that I am starting a YouTube channel called PC Gamer Girl. So let's get to it. In survival, you need a shelter, and today I will show you how to make a basic shelter. So, to start off, you will need to go up to a tree with the W, and then you are going to want to use the left mouse click to attack and break things. So, let's go up to this tree and break it. And let's see what wood we've got. We've got birch wood. Let's get a little bit more of that though, as we'll need it to make the shelter. And this might look simple at first, but trust me, it will get a lot harder. So now you will press the E on your keyboard to open your inventory, and you'll get an achievement called Taking Inventory. You'll pick up all your wood with the left mouse click and put it in these 4 little squares, but you just have to put them in one, and then you'll get birch wood planks. Then take half of that and use the right mouse click to go in one in every slot, and you'll get a crafting table. It's quite simple to use crafting tables, but you'll need to know every recipe, which we'll do in the next video. So you'll place it down with the right mouse click and right click on it. You'll get a crafting table. And then you're going to pick up some of your wood and put it in that formation, and you'll get a birch door, but you'll get 3 of them at first. And then you're going to want a chest, so you'll go with this with every plank, and then you'll get just a simple chest. And then it's going to be quite hard to do some attacking and getting beds, which will be used for the shelter. So you could just use a sword, or you could go straight up to the sheep and shit. It will make some hideous noises, but you got some raw mutton for food, and you got some white wool to make a bed. But we'll need 2 more pieces of wool if we were in order to make a bed. So you can use any colour wool to make a bed, because it doesn't really matter what colour wool, you'll just get a basic red bed. And those little orange and white yellow balls that were some experience balls, and you will definitely need them. So now we got 3 pieces of wool and 5 mutton. So let's get out our crafting table and put the wool in, and then 3 wood planks, and we'll get a bed. But we're going to need a lot more wood than 7 to build 1 shelter. So let's go out to the birch tree and punch it again. And we get an achievement called Getting Wood. And we'll continue punching until we got enough wood. So this should be enough wood, I hope it is. So we'll open E again, we can put some of our stuff away. And we'll do the same thing we did at the start with our wood planks. And then we'll find a good place to build a shelter. So we could build it here, overlooking the forest. So let's do that. So you'll use the right mouse click to place blocks down. So it should look a little bit like this as a frame, but remember this is going to be a very basic shelter. So sorry if this does get a little bit boring just watching me build something for you guys. But if you do ever run out of wood, you can easily just go back to the forest and get some more. If you're building in a forest, just be careful because leaves can go into your forests or your houses. And you will jump with the spacebar. So we need a lot more wood if we're going to build a shelter, because if we don't have a shelter and it turns to night, we could most possibly die by some very hostile mobs, such as zombies and creepers and endermen and witches, which you can find in swamps. But the main ones would just be zombies and creepers. And the others are a lot harder to find, unless they run into you. So let's finish collecting some wood. And it is beginning to turn to night. So let's get back up to our shelter. We won't worry about the floor just yet. And let's block it up with our chest. And quickly do this. But a quick note is that zombies can break down doors, so you might want to be careful. And it is now night. Not looking forward to it. So what you can do with the beds is place them down, but you'd have to do it on like a little block like here, because they can only place like that because they take up 2 blocks. And you'll right click on them and then you'll start sleeping and you'll get everything you've just been doing. So now it is day. Open the chest with the right mouse click and you can put the chests, everything you've got into the chest unless you need it. But I'm going to take some of the meat because my little hunger bar down there is running low. So we'll just use the right mouse click to eat some food. And then you'll continue building your house or shelter. But if you've done it like 3 blocks like I've done, you might have to break it a little bit. But be like ultra cautious, because there could be a zombie or creeper come up right in front of you and scare the living daylights out of you. Oh, and that black stuff down there is coal. We will need that to make torches, because once I put the roof on, it's going to become very dark. So what we'll need to do is make a pickaxe. And you can just break the chest and get everything that was inside of it with the chest. And just place them down. Which means that we can now place down our door. And use the right mouse click to open and close it. Then what we're going to do is get some birch wood and put them in 2 little slots like this, and you'll get sticks. You can do this in your inventory one too, but I prefer to do it in a crafting table. And then you get a sword which will protect you for a certain amount of time, because wooden ones aren't the greatest weapons, so you can get upgrades, but you're going to need the essential stuff like pickaxes and swords and even axes. So then you open the door again and you use the little scroller on your mouse to move between items in your hotbar, and then you'll just hit it like you did with the trees and you'll get coal. Now torches aren't that hard to make, as they're just coal on top of a stick, so you could do this in inventory too, but I'm just going to finish up collecting the coal. You can drop things using K like that, and we've got coal, so let's go back to the house and put some of our stuff in the chest that we don't need. Just keep the sword on you just in case, because you don't want to kill yourself accidentally by not having it with you at night. And now we can start lighting up our house with torches. But if you find the torches a little bit boring, you could do some stuff that I can show you in the next episode of Minecraft Survival Basics. And yeah, I think that's it for today. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Minecraft Survivals, and thanks for watching. Bye.